Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. It's not a good idea to watch this stuff when I'm hungry, but doing it anyways. Hey guys, my name's Connor. If you're new, original link to the video from Insider Food, top of the description, preemptive like. Best pizza in Naples. I feel like everyone's had a lot of pizza, so everyone is kind of an expert, but I'm excited. That looks delicious. Oh, this is a bad idea. This is a really bad idea. I'm already like drooling.
Welcome to Naples.
Yes, I'll take both. All of them. All four. Which one looks the best there, though? This one. So Naples is southern Italy, right, guys? I'm almost positive, so. Is that Mount Vesuvius?
Hey guys, it's Harry.
And this is Claudia. And
I love
today
both of
we're
these
in
hosts.
Naples, Italy, in the birthplace of pizza, to find out which one has the best one in town.
So there are over 3,000 pizzerias here in Naples, and pizza is a huge part of the culture. We've used TripAdvisor, YouTube, social media to narrow it down to a top 4.
We also spoke to a local expert that has eaten hundreds of pizzas in his life, and he's gonna give us his take.
I've eaten hundreds. Who hasn't eaten hundreds of pizzas? I'm sure a lot of people, but I guess I'm an expert too. Guys, I'm really hungry. I'm gonna say that again, and so I feel like I'm just gonna be like yes to everything. But question. So tomatoes are from North and South America. So you guys didn't have them prior to like 1500, 1492, something like that. And I believe pizza is older than that. And so I wonder obviously you just didn't put tomato sauce on it, but I'm kind of curious what it looked like.
On what a real Neapolitan pizza is.
So pizza from Neapolitan is a kind of a ritual. We cannot wait to eat the next pizza, and we just dream about that all the time. A typical classic margherita is made with tomato sauce, fior di latte cheese, some basil, and you can add also some pecorino if you like a more rich flavor.
Now it's really warm, it's really early, but I'm excited to eat some pizza. Should we go?
Yeah, let's go. Our first stop is at Gino and Toto Sorbillo, which is located in Naples' historic city center.
Sorbillo maybe is the most social pizza place in Italy and in the world, because the owner, Gino Sorbillo, is very well known around the globe. He likes to experiment using some biological flour and try to push more in terms of ingredients, in terms of atmosphere in the center of Napoli.
Ben Stiller, Conan
Il mio
O'Brien.
lavoro è una missione da portare avanti, sono orgoglioso di poterlo fare, di poterlo anche reinventare, cercando di, cosa che faccio ovviamente da sempre, di personalizzarlo a modo mio, facendo capire che anche sui lavori tradizionali e su prodotti tradizionali si può, come dire, dare un tocco artistico e un grande tocco anche di personalità.
Italian sounds so comforting.
Veramente ottima, è pizza più buona di Napoli.
We joined Gino Sorbillo in his...
Okay, I'm not going to be that guy. I was about to be. Let me be it once, okay? Why do you have a fork and knife? Okay, no. I personally don't like... I want to eat things how I want to eat it, all right? I'm not to say, like, sometimes I don't want to try stuff new and how it's, quote-unquote, supposed to be eaten. But for some reason, the scissors and the fork and knife... I mean, you're Italy, so what can I say? I won't forget it. Eat it how you want.
We joined Gino Sorbillo in his kitchen to show us how he makes his version of the perfect margherita pizza.
Una velatura di farina sotto, perché noi siamo pizzaioli, non siamo panettieri.
You were serenading me, sir.
Mettiamo un cucchiaio e mezzo o 2 cucchiai di pomodoro San Marzano. Prendiamo il basilico che già abbiamo lavato e che abbiamo asciugato, non deve contenere acqua. E poi abbiamo del fior di latte di Napoli.
For anyone who speaks Italian, so when there's a double letter like the T or L, that means like it's latte, like it's like a double it's not latte, it's latte or alle.
Fior di latte di Napoli. Per ultimo mettiamo un filo di olio extravergine di oliva.
I could eat it just like that.
In pochi secondi, forse neanche un minuto, noi abbiamo, diciamo, la trasformazione del prodotto. Abbiamo la pizza napoletana, abbiamo Napoli nel piatto, abbiamo una storia da mangiare.
I love how you can see everything put into it. Just you can see some of the olive oil still, just the basil, cheese, sauce, dough. That's it.
Una storia da mangiare.
You're joking.
This is a Sorbillo pizza. What does it look like to you, Claudia?
Wow, it looks incredible. I mean,
$4.
just like look at all the colors in here. I love the fact that the mozzarella is like sprinkled all over and sort of like mixing with
I'll
the
take 10.
mozzarella. Do you know about the trick that you have to fold the tip?
Interesting, okay.
I've never actually believed in it, but
Hey, that's a good idea, actually.
this makes it look like, oh, look at the juices.
The olive oil.
That's it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Just like biting into that basil leaf. So refreshing. I love it how it's like all one flavor. Like they all mixing together, like so heavenly.
Yeah, they really do. I get a lot of the tomato. That's like that kind of acidity, sweetness from the tomato is really, really good.
The pizza itself is like building up like from the actual crust to the tip. So you find the crust is like thicker, and then of course there's less juice, but it's still like very soft on the inside and crunchy on the outside. And then when you reach the tip, it's just like all the flavors come in together and kicking at the same time, and you just reach that like perfection.
I'm gonna be a critic a bit. It's a like this one right here is a little too unfirm enough. You know what I mean? But still,
And you just reach that
It's
like
nice.
perfection.
Next, we head to Starita, a pizzeria which is run by 4 generations of the Starita family, who famously made pizza for Pope John Paul II in the year 2000.
the Pope eating pizza is the most Italian thing I've ever seen.
Another historic place. It offers many different kind of pizza, even in shape. So they have an horn pizza, horn fried pizza. It's very nice to try. And the owner, Don Antonio, is a master of marinara.
Credo che sia la pizza migliore di Napoli, io sono di Napoli, è buonissima, digeribilissima, e mi sento a casa.
Io sono Antonio Starita, la terza generazione della pizzeria Starita. Io la divido in 3 step. Il 30% è l'impasto. Senza fare i conti, acqua, farina, perché è una cosa viva e c'è molta differenza tra un impasto e un altro. Un altro 20% o 30% è dovuto agli ingredienti che mettiamo sopra. La manualità e gli ingredienti si divide nel 30% del resto della bontà della pizza. Il 40% io dico che è il forno, perché questo mestiere nasce come fornai in effetti. I forno è a legna, il forno a legna anche si porta avanti non con il termometro ma con l'occhio e con la praticità. Questo fa sì che la pizza napoletana si differisce da tutte le altre.
All of that, just not measuring out like by weight the cheese you put on it or by just like a cup or making sure the temperature is just right. I'm sure every pizza is a little different and makes it feel much more homemade. You're kidding me. This is so cheap.
It seems like there's maybe a bit more
I know it's euros and not dollars, but they're close enough for that still to be extremely cheap. What is that, like $5.15 or something?
cheese than we had at Sorbillo, or at least it's kind of like, it pulls a bit more. The crust looks incredible. The crust is a bit more like pronounced on this pizza.
I think as well it looks a bit more uniform, like all colors sort of blend perfectly together. The tomato sauce looks brighter, just like looks slightly more red.
That looks fantastic.
Wow, that tomato sauce is really kicking in.
I feel like you can tell more about the pizza and if it's going to be good by the bottom of it than the top of it, usually. And that looks so good. And it's like holding up nice.
Wow, that tomato sauce is really kicking in.
That hits you. So, as we mentioned at the start, like this dough has got such a nice color to it. It's got that kind of like leopard spotting going on, which again, just like all of that is flavor, because that's just coming straight from the oven, straight from the wood, going straight onto the pizza. It's maybe a little bit more like chewy and dense than the one we've had before.
Yeah, the pizza toppings themselves, like they're quite richer, I think. Apart from the tomato, like the mozzarella is just like more in volume. So I think you need like a stronger base to hold it. And then also, did you notice with this one we didn't flip the tip. There was no need for it. I mean, there was still a lot of juice coming out, like a bit of oil, a few drops. So I quite like that. So I appreciate that.
I think that's going to be hard to beat.
We now head out of the city center to visit Pizzeria La Notizia.
La Notizia?
La Notizia is far from the center, but is a nice place because the owner, Enzo Coccia, is a kind of a Bible of pizza. He knows everything about the pizza, and his kind of pizza tends to have more high-quality ingredients, so the price is higher than other places, but it's worth it.
I mean, the other places are $4 or $5.
Pasta molto leggera,
Is that eggplant or mushroom?
grossa varietà di gusti e prodotti freschi, quindi con piacere torniamo. Quando troviamo posto perché è sempre molto affollato.
Facciamo una pizza napoletana che ha un rispetto della tradizione, però guardando al futuro nella qualità della pizza anche come alimento per benessere dell'organismo.
Was he just like feeling the dough through the whatever you call this, the dough plater?
Per benessere dell'organismo.
And then just like leaving it in by touch there?
Allora, guarda la manipolazione naturale.
This is such a bad idea to watch while hungry.
Ci andiamo a mettere il pomodoro San Marzano. Ci facciamo un bellissimo giro. Ci andiamo a mettere un po' di fior di latte di agerola tagliata a listelli.
Agerola.
Che fila. Ci andiamo a mettere un po' di basilico, una spolverata di formaggio e andiamo a fare il 6. E voilà, il sole nel piatto. Welcome to Naples.
Oh my god, all right. 7, yes. That looks fantastic.
The This one, the crust looks a lot more like evenly browned than previous ones, where in the past it's been kind of like pale in some spots and then quite charred on the other. This is more like an even golden brown, which is interesting. So one thing they do here, similarly to what they were doing at Starita, is they actually add some pecorino onto the pizza, which to the sort of the purists might be a little bit controversial, but I'm interested to see if it kind of like adds another layer to the classic margherita.
Yeah, I have my doubts because I'm not a big fan of like grated cheese on pizza, especially because there's already mozzarella in there, which is like the cheese.
I like that, like it may or Parmesan or something like that to put on afterwards. I have no problem with that.
So, well, let's see. You don't judge a book by its cover. Let's try it.
Holds up nice.
Yeah, you get quite a lot of the pecorino actually.
I quite like it. Do you like it?
Yeah, it's not too bad. Like I had it with like a lot of the basil leaf on my slice, and they blended together quite well, like the basil and the pecorino.
It adds, obviously, it's a lot more like sharp compared to just mozzarella, which can just kind of blend into the sauce and other stuff. So you actually get like a cheesier taste from it.
Yeah, the first bite is definitely cheesy. What do you think of the crust?
I think it's good. It's got more chew to it than, say, Sorbillo did, but I quite like it. It's chewy, and again, it's useful because it just holds things better if it's got a bit more like strength to it.
It's quite interesting because I don't know if you notice, like this one has like it's quite similar in terms of like the way it looks to Sorbillo's, but then its texture is quite like it's just another game. Like it's much more uniform and like it has a stronger bite.
Yeah.
So it's definitely slightly harder, I would say.
I mean, again, they're all good. I feel like the second one still looks the tastiest.
Next,
but
we head to our final stop, Antica Pizzeria da Michele. It's known for its huge pizzas, and it shot to fame when it was featured in Eat, Pray, Love, starring Julia Roberts.
Da Michele, of course, is very famous for the movie Eat, Pray, Love, but also for his style. It's called in Italian a ruota di carro. It's like wagon wheels. It means nothing in English, but it means that it's so big, it's bigger than the plate behind it.
L'antica pizzeria Michele di Napoli è un museo, è il tempio della pizza napoletana. Sappiamo che gente viene da tutto il mondo proprio per sedersi ai tavoli di marmo.
Voice. I can't even do it, but it just sounds so flowy.
Pizza napoletana, sappiamo che gente viene da tutto il mondo.
It really feels like Italian is like this to explain it. So I'm in frame here. A lot of it are just like hell bum. Italian is like woo woo. Like each syllable is like being thrusted forward from the syllable behind it, and it's like a continuous. Oh, it's nice.
Mondo proprio per sedersi ai tavoli di marmo per mangiare le uniche due pizze che facciamo, la margherita e la marinara. L'impasto lo facciamo con una farina di Toto blu, un impasto diretto, assolutamente semplice. Viene una pizza a ruota di carro particolare, no? La vedrete, cioè molto ben stesa, per dare alla gente che viene a mangiare l'impressione visiva che sia grande, no? Che sia grande, quindi l'opulenza, il fatto di saziarsi, eccetera, eccetera. Noi usiamo pomodori 100% italiani, pomodori che vengono dalla Calabria, pomodori che vengono dalla Puglia, ma sappiamo la provenienza, fior di latte assolutamente di Agerola. E per quanto riguarda l'olio, noi non usiamo olio Evo come dicono tutti quanti, noi usiamo olio di semi di soia, quindi l'olio che si mangia sulla nostra pizza è un olio incolore, è un olio che non sa, cioè che non copre il sapore praticamente della pizza.
Well, then what's the point of the oil at all? You know what I mean? I feel like I kind of like the color and the taste that the the olive oil would give. So I don't know. I can be wrong.
È molto sottile, l'impasto non lo so, ha qualcosa di diverso. E poi tutto sommato
Christian
molto
Bale.
semplice, alla fine più gustoso.
can't believe how cheap it is.
This might be the best looking pizza that we've had today. I think in terms of like, they've really got the kind of leopard spotting on the crust, just really perfect. It's a lovely golden brown color, but you've got a lot of these charred spots going on. The distribution of the cheese looks quite good, and got the basil as well. It just all looks very
Again, with pizza though, I feel like however good the top looks, like a good 30-40% of how good I'm gonna think the pizza is when you pick it up.
perfect.
Yeah, that's true, and I also like the fact that you can see like the tomato sauce sort of like fading into the crust in here and getting like sort of orangey. Yeah, I agree. Like, you know, if you want an instant shot, this is your pizza.
Looks good.
Are you channeling your inner Julia Roberts? How much of a relationship you're having with this pizza right now?
I'm like in a committed relationship with this pizza. We're thinking about buying a house together.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
I was interested to hear that they don't use olive oil here. They use soy oil instead. You get the kind of texture that we're used to. But I mean, I can definitely taste a bit more of kind of the mozzarella, I think, and the tomato as well. So I think it's a pretty good idea.
Interesting.
Yeah, definitely. There was no oil at all in the bite that I just gave. It was really just like all the juices from the mozzarella and the tomato. Really couldn't taste the oil.
Yeah, I think the crust definitely isn't quite as doughy as we had at La Notizia. I've had to bring the flip back to kind of make sure that it doesn't fall apart on me too much. But it's good. It really is like, it's less about the crust, more about the...
All of them are great so far, but something about the second pizza they had is just sticking with me.
Toppings and like the freshness of the tomato.
Now it's time for us to decide which pizza is the best.
Okay, it's the second pizza for me. It's
of the best.
It's funny that they said the last one was the most pleased looking one. I think it might have been the worst look. They all look good, but the least good might have been the last one, in my opinion, from just looking. They get to taste it and smell it and feel it.
We are standing in front of Mount Vesuvius, which is Naples' iconic volcano.
It is Vesuvius.
And it is time to pick our winner.
We've eaten some amazing pizzas today, and picking a winner is going to be really tough, but I'm fairly confident in my decision, so I think we should see what we picked. 1, 2, 3. Ah, okay.
Yeah, I see why you're going for that one.
Okay, she said Starita. Or Starita? And he said... Da Michele. Which one is that? Is that the last one?
Okay. We've got a split, so let's see if one of us can convince the other to come around. So why did you like Starita so much?
Well, the reason why I like Starita was like because Don Antonio was like really bringing the vibe like up to the next level. Like it was such a nice character, and he's like among.
I think this one looks maybe the best, and the flop wasn't really there, and it just I like the olive oil.
And it's like really making like.
It seems so like the least standard. Like I loved how he said like he doesn't measure.
Out of this world product, and I also like the fact that he put olive oil on top of it, which is something that Michele doesn't have.
So that is the last one there.
So you make some very good points. I went for Da Michele because it just kind of had everything that you would expect from a traditional Neapolitan pizza joint. The vibe in there was great as well. It was very traditional. You had the kind of tiled floors and tiled walls. It still looked the same as it did back when Julia Roberts had a relationship with her pizza back in Eat, Pray, Love. So I think kind of if you're a tourist who's coming to Naples and looking for a Neapolitan pizza, I think that would give you maybe the best like touristy experience.
Wouldn't you say that?
So he's basing a lot on the vibe and the touristy experience. I just want to know the pizza.
Like maybe Da Michele was what Starita is now about like 20 years ago, you know, when like the owners were still like actually there making the pizza, you know, you were getting in and you were welcomed by like the old guy that was like very passionate about their work, and then they were showing you around, you know. To me that is like really, really important to have not only the product but also like the person that makes it that like really, really strongly loves it, and it's still kind of like there looking after tradition.
I think I'm going to have to agree with you. I think if you want a really authentic experience, Starita's the place to go, just because Don Antonio loved what he did so much. It really did show. And the pizza had olive oil, which apparently is a deal breaker for Claudia.
Yeah, no olive oil, no party.
That was fantastic, and I'm so goddamn hungry right now. Of course, how much can I say with only seeing it? Okay, I can't give an opinion like they can, but this one the vibe seemed good. I love the way that they made the pizza, and the pizza looked great, and it held up when they picked it up. I mean,
it's got so.
I mean, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! The tip isn't falling there. Looks amazing underneath, and the pizza looks great on top. And I would imagine I like the olive oil. I think the olive oil would bring a nice part to the pizza. And so saying I'm too excited that, you know, have the other oil, or I forget what it was, to make sure the others stand out. It's like you're saying that you don't like the olive oil taste. I like that taste. And so I have a feeling I would agree with her just by the look and the hold and everything, but who knows? I didn't taste it. Love you all. Hope you're all doing well. I'd appreciate any comments down below. And hopefully I'll see you next video. Bye, guys.